remain on his own when she does nothing. He just should come back. There you are. This is like now what you would expect to see in a Grand Prix. But obviously, like I said, we don't want to do this every day, because that, what he's doing now, although he's a trained horse, looks very easy, that's actually a lot of work. Look at the way his hind legs are bending, look at the way his knees are bending. That's a horse in very good, strong self-carriage. And forward again, quick passage, quicker, 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 even quicker. That's it. And now back again. And now she hangs, and she does nothing. And this is, you have to look at the way she sits. She's bouncing a little bit in the saddle in the right way. In other words, she has to follow the horse's movement. So there she's just bouncing, and look, okay, and then walk and drop the reins. The sign of a relaxed horse. Very important that so we're going to show you an exercise which is just playing with piaffe now. You've seen us playing with trot, you've seen us playing with passage, and we're going to play with the piaffe. So first of all, what Charlotte's going to do is ask him to do very forward piaffe. I'll try and get out of the way. So I want her to do a piaffe at the speed that I can walk beside him. So here she's just going to go forward, go forward, go forward, go more forward. So basically he's jogging on the spot, but look at the ground that he travels. And because he's doing it that forward, it doesn't involve him actually having to take a lot of weight. And now bring him on the spot for about 8 steps. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now make it forward again. So you can see there, he thought he had to do passage. More forward, even more forward. But look at also the reins. The reins always have to be weightless. They have to hang. They don't hold the horse on the spot. It's what's called a half halt. You'll have probably heard of half halts. Half halts involve you using the rein for one stride to stop the movement forward, and then allowing so that you allow the hind legs forward. So just do it again down the long side here. Of course, the sad thing is, when you see a horse like this that so naturally has this ability, you think that every horse can do it, but of course they can't. And some horses are just born for this. And if you see what's so lovely about his shape is this classical ability he has to sit on his hind legs. So you see his hind legs springing underneath there, and well, it's just a bit irritating, isn't it, that he's so easy. And because we teach him to do on the spot forward, what he's learning to do now is just show a transition now, Charlotte, to passage. So there, he has to learn to keep pulling forward a little bit, drawing forward, and then she sits a little bit heavier so that he learns to bounce out into the passage. Okay, give him a break. I think it's such a great exercise to teach horses to learn to come back every time they've done a flying change. But at the same time, what she's doing is having the ability to push forward to make expression. And now she's going to ride it as a movement. And you see how she can ride forward. So basically, this horse who hasn't got an enormous canter, because he's very obedient, we're able to push him much more forward to make a very expressive flying change. So come on the diagonal and let's see you ride as big a changes as you dare. So she's going to almost think like working, pushing him forward, 5, 6, 7, 8. Almost unfaultable, really, because you watch that and it's very forward driven, beautifully straight, and 7 is a magical score, really. I think whatever level you're competing at, anything above that is fantastic, but it's very important that you try and achieve that score. So, what do you need to do a good canter pirouette? You need to be able to canter the horse on the spot, and you need to be able to have the horse to go sideways. Now, what we do here is what's called a working pirouette. Now, we try and teach them that the working pirouettes that you're looking at here, so this is a big, it's almost like an 8 metre, 10 metre circle, and we teach them to do this at quite a high speed. So he has to learn to do this minimum working canter, and then you can see she takes the weight back, she slows him down, and now she's going to turn him around his hind leg, slower. We let the front end turn around the back end. So look at his hind leg now. It must stay underneath his tummy. Very good. Come out. And now make it bigger. And now make it quicker. So he doesn't know what she's going to do. This is the whole idea. He's rideable. He's not taking over. He's letting her dictate the speed and the amount of collection, and now bring him back. Go down there and then come up the centre line. And now do it like you're in a test. So, what are you looking for in a Grand Prix when a horse has a pirouette? 6 to 8 steps, coming down the centre line, a little bit of shoulder in here, because imagine the judge at the front is seeing the straightness, and now look at the quality and the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, has to be an 8, at least. So, again, we see hundreds and thousands of horses going for very huge prices in sales. And that's no guarantee they're going to be Grand Prix. But when you ride a horse, you want to know when you touch it with your legs that something happens. And that he's able to react like that horse and cover the ground. And, many horses have different types of extension. So I'll do one on Utopia now.